hate listening to him speak on the council floor.
This morning, a sexual assault investigation against a Madison alder now wrapped up. Why one complainant chose to speak out. Plus, winter parking is in effect. We have everything you need to know to avoid a ticket. Good Friday morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Kyrie Lee. Chris Stanford has the day off.
And I'm meteorologist Savannah Brito.
Yes, the girls holding it down this morning. Gotta love it.
I do, and I'm never prepared to see those cars with all the snow on top of it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I know, and I'm like, Chris would love to see this because he's been talking about snow since August, we think. So
he's either been August or September.
Yeah, he's missing out on the conversation this morning, but I know he'll be able to talk more about it next week.
Yeah, and we could even be tracking some snow into next week.
Let's not talk about it.
I know, we kind of just want to avoid it. But next week, by the way, is Winter Weather Preparedness Week.
Okay.
In both Minnesota and Wisconsin.
So we got to lock in and really just, hunker down for this season.
I know, it is November. We're almost at Thanksgiving, 2 weeks as of yesterday, so it's crazy to think that. But with these warmer temperatures we're going to see today and the next couple of days, kind of hard to believe that we could be talking about maybe some snowflakes by this time next week. We will have partly sunny skies, a lot of cloud cover early this morning, but we could see that pave way for a little bit of sunshine later. But nonetheless, it'll be mild. Temperatures are going to be about 5 to 10 degrees above average. That'll carry us through this weekend and even into early next week. But then we have that system that's going to cause Wisconsin to get a decent amount of rainfall, probably looking at ½ an inch up to 1.5 inches. That's Tuesday. And then behind that low pressure, I don't want to say the S word, but snow. Yeah, we've been talking about it for a couple days now, Kyrie. And I mean, we're never going to be ready, so I guess.
Yeah, we might as well get ready.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, just bring it on. Let's just get this over with, right?
Exactly.
All right, Savannah, we'll check back in a little bit. Now to our top story this morning. An investigation into Madison alder Charles Miadze has concluded. He had been publicly accused of domestic violence and sexual assault earlier this year. One of the complainants wanted to speak out. Our Arman Rahman has the story.
Being with him on council is a real challenge.
District 2 Alder Juliana Bennett says even though the investigation has ended, the impact on her job hasn't.
I just feel so angry inside. I hate listening to him speak on the council floor.
She identified herself publicly as one of the complainants in the investigation into allegations against Miadze after the investigation could not find sufficient evidence to prove he violated the city's harassment and discrimination policies.
I don't think it was really just like the investigators. I think that they did their job the best that they could. I think it's more so an issue of a legal process that is written by and for abusers.
And it says she was only 22 years old when Miadze had made inappropriate comments to her about her body and her clothing on different occasions, and she says she routinely asked him to stop. She went to other alders for help, and she claims he found out, offered to give her a ride, then locked her in his car and yelled at her that if he ever heard about the allegations again, quote, that both of them were done.
In that moment, I was truly afraid of like what would happen if I said anything. Like, will he hit me? Will he drive the car off really fast and potentially hurt me?
Miadze denied all the allegations against him. Common Council President Alder Yannette Figueroa Cole released a public statement on the investigation, saying it revealed, quote, a troubling pattern of behavior and significant issues we must address.
Other people have come to me and privately shared their experiences with Alder Miadze, which is, again, repeating that pattern of behavior. It's clear to me he will not stop doing this.
Miadze's lawyers sent a statement responding to the allegations and the Common Council President's public postings about the investigation. The statement says, in part, quote, the posting was, quote, devoted to inflammatory commentary intended to cast me in a negative light and to suggest that the result of this investigation was due to a problem with the city's policy, not with the credibility and substance of the complaints against me, end quote. Time now, 6:04. Madison's winter parking rules are in effect. This means you need to park on a specific side of the street overnight. This is so crews can plow when it snows. On odd numbered days from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m., you'll need to park on the side of the street with odd house numbers. So just vice versa, on even numbered days, park on the side of the street with even house numbers. If you violate the winter rules, you'll have to pay a $20 fine, but if it's a snow emergency, that fine goes up to $60. And if your car gets towed, there's a $115 fee on top of the parking fee. But there are some exceptions. If you park in the snow emergency zone, you'll only need to follow alternate side parking during a declared snow emergency. You can find a map of snow emergency zones on the City of Madison's website. Alternate side parking does not apply when parking is restricted to one side of the street. But if parking is restricted to one side of the street for the part of the block, rules apply, and all those details again on the City of Madison's website. In national news, President-elect Donald Trump is turning to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to run the Department of Health and Human Services. Kennedy is a longtime vaccine skeptic. Trump also says he's nominating North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum as his Interior Secretary. And he tapped his personal criminal defense attorney Todd Blanche for Deputy U.S. Attorney General. With millions of travelers set to pass through security checkpoints this holiday season, TSA is sharing some tips to simplify the screening process. They say, don't forget your ID. Be sure to remove everything from your pockets, not just metallic items. Don't forget to wear socks. I know it's hard to remember those socks sometimes, but most travelers have to remove their shoes at checkpoints, so make sure you just have those socks on. Make sure your luggage lock is TSA compliant, and let an agent know if you have any liquid medications. And if you have TSA pre-check and a child under 12, they can get in line with you. And with the end of 2024 approaching, it may be a good time to start thinking about tax season. CBS business analyst Jill Schlesinger recommends logging on to use the IRS's withholding estimator. That's to see how your current paycheck withholding may impact your tax refund or what you owe. You should also consider contributing more to your retirement plan through the end of the year. This can help reduce your tax bill.
When you look at your retirement plan contributions, that can have a real sizable impact on your taxes. So let's say you're making a pre-tax contribution, a 401k, or you're a teacher, you've got a 403b. You can up that contribution, and that will mean that more money goes into your retirement plan, less money will get taxed, and you will see a lower tax bill potentially next April.
Older savers should think about the minimum amount that must be withdrawn from their retirement account. This is to satisfy federal tax rules. Failure to pay those taxes could result in a penalty of up to 50% of what should have been withdrawn. Now here locally, the DNR approved the first round of permits for Canadian energy company Enbridge's plan to reroute an aging pipeline. The Line 5 pipeline sits on the Bad River bank of Lake Superior Chippewas Reservation. The project has generated much opposition. The tribe wants the pipeline off their land, but tribal members and environmentalists maintain rerouting construction will damage the region's watershed and perpetuate fossil fuels. A&W is growing its footprint in the Badger State. The fast food chain announcing it will add restaurants in Madison and Milwaukee. 2 to 4 locations will come to the capital city. 3 to 5 would head to Milwaukee. That's over the next 5 years. The company is actively seeking franchises, so if you're interested, the initial starting fee is $30,000. A&W, I've only been like maybe once or twice.
Yeah, 2 to 3 times at most me. It's okay, not my favorite, but
it's like not my go-to.
Yeah, that's a lot coming to Wisconsin though.
Yes, I mean, it's good because they have cheese curds and things like that. Root beer if you're a root beer lover.
Yeah, me and you are not.
Yeah, like I said, my dad loves root beer, but it's just not one of those beverages I've ever been able to get on.
I just don't like the taste of it.
Maybe with ice cream.
I don't even like that.
Right,
I tried a root beer float, and I don't know. I'd rather have a Coke float.
Like I can have a little bit, but it's not like, you know, a bunch. But I don't drink soda anyway. But
one. Yeah.
Hey, but A&W, that's something to look forward to over the next 5 years. So there it is. Stay tuned for that. But what's coming up in our forecast?
Yeah, something to look forward to in that is that we're going to have mild conditions and mostly dry for the weekend, but our eyes are on that system mid to late week next week. We'll press play and show you that system moving into southern Wisconsin coming up.
Plus, we're live at Olin Park checking out the 36th annual Holiday Fantasy and Lights. I'll show you when you can check it out and how you can support the cause next.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear road rivals, no truck on the road drives value like the Tundra. Day after day, mile after mile, it all adds up to big savings under the hood. What's under yours? Toyota Tundra.
Right now, you can get 1.99% APR for 72 months on a new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring, so you don't have to. So no more nudging your partner or sleeping on the other side of the house, because the Tempur Ergo Smart Base actually detects snoring, then automatically adjusts to help reduce it all night, every night.
Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
There's a fine line between gorgeous and Griswold. Don't get tangled up this season. Instead, enhance your home with Cardinal's smart outdoor lighting solutions. You'll spend less time dangling off a ladder and more time enjoying what really matters. We'll install smart outdoor lighting solutions catered to your needs so you can go from fancy to festive in just one tap. Light up your home like never before. Book online and save 10% on smart outdoor lighting solutions with Cardinal.
It's here. Wendy's new salted caramel frosty. Rich, sweet, salted caramel? Caramel. Whatever. The iconic frosty with a salted caramel twist. Gotta be Wendy's.
Old Spice Gentleman Super Hydration Body Wash. Vanilla and shea. 24/7 moisturization with vitamin B3.
Are you using all the Old Spice?
Oops.
This is for all lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky.
I've been a motorcyclist for a little over 20 years now. I always wanted to have a motorcycle my whole life, and dashing helps me support that hobby. I love the flexibility of dashing. I love the connections I make. Dashing lets me do what I want, when I want. I'm my own boss now. If dashers can maintain their freedom, flexibility, and independence, and have access to benefits, that would really be the best of both worlds. Portable benefits would help me cover medical costs, dental, vision. That would be fantastic.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We're back. In the 608, the holiday fantasy and lights has returned for the holiday season.
Josh Spreiter, he's live at Olin Park with more on their 36th year of lighting up Madison. It looks really cool out there, Josh.
Hey, good morning, Savannah. Good morning, Kyrie. Yeah, this is a treat. You guys got to come check it out for yourself. I know this is your first winter in Madison, and this is a Madison staple. And joining us more to talk more about this morning is Mike Hillian with IBEW 159. Mike, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh.
Oh my gosh, this is always a fun morning to be able to get out here and chat with you, because you guys put a lot of hard work into pulling off this display every year.
Yeah, right. So this is our 36th year of a drive-through. We've tripled in size since 2009. And our retirees and apprentices come out and set all this up for everybody, for the community to enjoy.
So one of the new displays we have right behind us, and of course this is a Madison favorite, we're talking about Babcock ice cream.
Right, so Babcock ice cream developed a new flavor for us, holiday fantasy, the Fantasy and Lights ice cream, and it's available down at the Babcock Dairy Store.
That's so cool. I love how the community really comes together, and obviously you couldn't do it without all those sponsors out here.
Right, so, and we have new sponsors this year too, and they sponsor some of the displays and work with them. It's really good. It's really nice for the community.
You guys are 1 week in, of course. You launched the lights last Saturday, and how are things going so far?
So far, so good. You know, everything looks good. We could use a little snow, which sounds like it may be coming.
Yes.
But all in all, it's good. it's pretty nice. The weather's been great for the guys to get everything set up and going.
That's been the nice thing, is because it takes so many hours for you guys to get this thing up and going.
Right, so it takes about 2 weeks to get everything set up here, but our guys start working on them early in the spring to get everything going in, and new displays, which we have out, a few other ones just like the ice cream, but there's some other ones that are around too that people can go by and take a look at.
You know, because of all that time, why do you do it? Why do you do this every year?
Oh, it's just something that we like to give back to the community, and with the donations, everything goes back in either to the event here with new displays, and then what's ever left over we give to charity.
I love that. I love that mission. And you talk about how much this has grown since you guys first launched this. I mean, this is pretty crazy from where it was to where it is now.
Right, so 36 years ago, it started over at Warner Park. It was a drive-through there also, just it was smaller, but then it's grown so big that the city said, hey, you're backing up too much traffic over here. You got to get into a bigger park to have it drive around. That's when we came here.
And you couldn't have a better setup than this right here.
Oh, this is awesome. You drive around and just a nice loop that you get to drive around, get to see over the lake, and then the view of the Capitol and stuff too is pretty cool.
Oh, it's so much, so perfect for Madison. And it's important to know, so you guys have a QR code that people can scan right when they enter Olin Park, and that's how you can get the Christmas music to go along with the lights.
Yep, as you drive in, scan it, and then you can play it through the Bluetooth right on your phone. And we used to have the radio station, now it's the QR code.
Making it nice and easy for people.
Exactly.
And now's the time to check it out. So you guys will have the lights on through the end of the year.
Correct, yep. They'll come on about 4:30 every night, stay on the whole night. Booths are manned till about 10:30, where you can get a candy cane and dog treats for the dogs if you want to bring them through.
Oh, you got to get those.
Yeah, and then right after the first of the year, they'll shut down.
So plenty of time. All right, Mike, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Josh.
If you'd like to learn more about the 36th Annual Holiday Fantasy and Lights, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. Kyrie on Savannah, you got to come check it out. And I know a lot of folks are kind of iffy on that snow, but if we get a little light snow out here, it looks fantastic. So maybe we can hope for that next week.
Yeah, I mean, for those who want that, love it for them. But I think I'm going to make this on my list for this weekend.
When it's warm outside, right?
Exactly.
I think I saw like an old
There you go.
Christmas light too. Josh, so cool.
All right. Josh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, this is so unique. You got to check it out.
For sure.
Love it. Josh, thank you. And remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email us at in608@WISC-TV.com for a chance to be featured. All right, Savannah, no snow in the forecast.
Yeah,
not yet.
At least not this weekend. So yeah, you and I both need to get out and go to Olin Park to check the lights out while we still don't have snow and mild temperatures. That's the case this morning. We're waking up to the lower to even mid-40s. We actually will climb possibly a few areas that get close to reaching the mid-50s today, especially because I think we hold on to a lot of cloud cover early, but we should see partly sunny skies, a little bit of sunshine by later in the day. If you're still deciding which day out of the weekend to make plans, it'll be warmer for sure, a couple degrees only by Sunday, but it'll be breezier out there as well. I think we could see a little sunshine Saturday, but Saturday night into Sunday, maybe a few very spotty showers. It's not really going to lead to any measurable rain, but a brief downpour cannot be ruled out, and that's mainly going to be north of Madison. Winds are going to be up to about 15 miles per hour on Saturday, with gusts a little bit stronger than that, and then on Sunday about 10 to 20 miles per hour. We're going to get back into an active pattern though. We kind of had that off and on the last 2 weeks, actually leading to a little bit of an improvement on our drought monitor, Madison and north, but not the case for Janesville and then towards Waukesha, unfortunately. This is the 6 to 10-day precipitation outlook. So you can see this green color, that's above average precipitation, opposed to the brown color or the tan color, that's below normal precipitation. That's expected in the deep south. But for us, we are going to see an active pattern, and that could take us into even late week next week. But Tuesday, low pressure will track closer to the area. That'll increase our shower chances. But this is Wednesday at 5 a.m. This is just one of the weather models. But I do think those are a little bit more in disagreement compared to what they did see and show the last couple of days, but nonetheless, some light snowflakes could mix in at least near the area with this strong low pressure system, and it does still look to hang overhead, so that would take us through the latter half of next week. Definitely going to track cooler temperatures too. Maybe not quite as cool as what models were predicting last week and then earlier this week, but we still probably could get down to under freezing level Friday and Saturday nights. Will be close to only 30 degrees.
The oldest rivalry in the NFL renews on Sunday when the Packers and Bears battle for the first time this season. But the rivalry hasn't been much of one in recent history. Not only do the Packers lead the all-time series, they've dominated it in the last 30 years. Matt LaFleur has never lost to them. Aaron Rodgers had Bears owner on his Wikipedia page. And as far as Jordan Love goes, well, he knows just how important this game is to his franchise.
I can't talk about anything that went on, I guess, before I was here. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those weeks that obviously you want to win every week. But with this rivalry, we know what this game's all about, and we take, like I said, we take pride in that. So, you know, it's one of those things that we just take it 1 week at a time and understand the opponent that we got and try and put our best foot forward out there.
Wisconsin women's hockey has been rolling on the ice. They've got the NCAA leader in points and assists in Casey O'Brien. Layla Edwards leads the nation in goals, and nobody has more wins or shutouts in net than Ava McNaughton. But now it's time for a real test. They trip to Ohio State to skate against the second-ranked Buckeyes. Yes, the same team that beat them in last year's national championship game. And you could say the Badgers are looking forward to this series.
Right now, this is the rivalry. It's Ohio-Wisconsin. Every game is a battle, and we just want to go in there and make a statement. This season, we've been playing really well so far, so we just kind of want to keep that going and really not put too much pressure on the outcome, but we definitely want to make a statement there.
And don't forget to check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle with Austin Brown. Tonight's show airs at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
Well, still ahead, a grocery store run by robots. Plus, what boxer is making a comeback tonight?
Wisconsin Broadcasters. Local, trusted, connected.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from major brands, all discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. Hot Tub Swim Spas and Saunas up to 40% off. Come save thousands this weekend at Bachman Pool Spas and Saunas.
Save on your next project at Menards. Upgrade your home with Tarkett flooring. We carry durable laminate flooring, easy to install sheet vinyl, and waterproof vinyl plank. Get IntegraCore vinyl plank flooring for $239 per square foot after rebate. We offer the lowest prices on the largest in-stock appliance selection. Discover the Criterion Advantage with this washer-dryer pair with features like 8 dynamic preset cycles. Get this Criterion washer or dryer for $444.99 after an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went a different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
It feels good to feel good and look good.
The mommy belly is gone. Schedule your free, no obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-557-5298 or go to sonobello.com.
Stanton Optical believes eye care should be affordable. Right now, for only $135, you get 2 pairs of progressives, plus all this. All that costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical, easy's our thing. Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick. exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $3,000 purchase allowance on this 2024 Encore GX. For attractive offers, visit these Buick dealers today.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas this weekend only. Hot tubs from major brands, all discounted. Swim spas up to $20,000 off. Hot tub swim spas and saunas up to 40% off. Come save thousands this weekend at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas.
6:24 on your Friday morning. This photo from Gwen. She says a fall day of perfection. Like we said, it's very impressive to see those leaves still there. We said we had to check in with Gwen to see when this photo was taken, if it was recently.
Skies, sunshine. I wish we could have that right now.
Yeah, some of these leaves are still just holding on out there.
Surprisingly, right? With all the windy and, I mean, I guess it hasn't been cool, but we're sitting in mid-November now.
That's right. Well, let's take a look at what's trending this morning. A grocery store that's run by robots. It's a Save-A-Lot in Brooklyn, New York. The company has about 750 traditional stores, mostly in the Midwest and East. This is the first one that's automated. Customers buy groceries through the Uber Eats app, and when the grocery order comes in, the robots go to work with some human help. So again, kind of eliminating that human factor here to get the job done, I guess.
I was
here.
gonna say, they're taking all our jobs. Invasion of the robots.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I do appreciate all the people who pack up the groceries when I do pickups, because yes, it's very helpful.
You do that a lot.
Often.
I didn't even know that it was free.
Yes.
Gotta get on that.
Especially when you're in a pinch. It helps.
Absolutely.
Well, tonight, everyone can tune in if you have at least Netflix. The boxing match between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is set to take place. But last night, during the weigh-in, the 27-year-old YouTuber got a taste of what the 58-year-old heavyweight champ might bring to the ring. Tyson slapped, the stuff out of Paul across the face. And Paul, he really just looked unfazed during it all. This is Tyson's first professional fight. Okay, here it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we thought the Will Smith slap across the world was one. This is it right here.
I remember that one too.
And this is Tyson's first professional fight in 19 years. It's taking place at the AT&T Stadium in Texas, and it streams on Netflix starting at 7 p.m.
So if you have Netflix, tune in. We'll have what changes are coming in the forecast coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works. See, that's how it works.
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Are you struggling with back or neck pain due to herniated or bulging discs? Midwest Spine and Nerve Center may be able to help you get back to your active lifestyle with our non-invasive, drug-free treatment methods, including non-surgical spinal decompression, Class 4 laser, and more. Serving Madison for over 15 years, we've helped hundreds of patients alleviate their back or neck pain. If you're looking for an alternative back or neck pain relieving therapy, call us to schedule a complimentary, no-obligation consultation today to see if we can help you get out of pain.
Everyone has their own idea of what fitness means to them. Here's what it means to us. We believe fitness can be more than exercise, that it can build a better tomorrow. It can change how you feel. It can build more than muscle. It can build community. And no matter what your reason, the common goal is simple. It's for a better tomorrow. Join us for a better tomorrow.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor. And the potential to take you anywhere. Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
Today, I'm sharing my favorite gift ever.
This holiday season, when you bling them up,
He did it. He did.
ring them up.
Nice bracelet. Oh yeah, she's good.
Or bring it bold and drip the gold, they'll let it show, let it show, let it show. With a gift from Rogers and Holland's Jewelers. And now, at our Black Friday sale, engagement rings, pendants, earrings, and more are up to 60% off. It's go time for Let It Show time. Going on now at Rogers and Holland's.
Building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works. See, that's how it works.
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Right now, a new state tax for charging electric vehicles. The details, plus what the money will be used for. Also this morning, barriers behind bars. The struggles the Dane County Jail faces with providing resources for transgender inmates. Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now This Morning. I'm Kyrie-Ann Lee. Chris Stanford has the day off.
And I'm meteorologist Savannah Brito. Look at the Capitol behind us.
Isn't it beautiful?
I love that.
Yeah, so if you haven't been to the Fantasy and Lights, this is what you can expect out there. Let's take a live look now. Wow, this is a great rendition.
And the Capitol's actually behind it. Do you see that?
Oh, right in the background. Well, it cuts off here, but yes.
That's a wonderful shot.
This is like perfect. Like, this is the perfect setup. Yeah, Josh Breiter and photojournalist Mark Schilling are out there this morning. They're going to be giving us a cool look inside of this here in just a little bit. But if people do want to get out and go see the lights this weekend, what can they expect, Savannah?
Yeah, I think conditions are going to be really nice. I mean, we'll sit under a lot of cloud cover, but at least temperatures, they'll be mild. That'll be a big change compared to next weekend. So if you want a more mild night to go check out those lights at Olin Park, definitely want to tomorrow or Sunday, maybe even tonight, because tonight will be dry. We'll see some sunshine return to our skies. We'll talk about when coming up in a bit, but the fog, that's all been sitting well to our west. That's expanding a little bit, but really staying out of southern Wisconsin. So right now, we're up to full visibility, thinking that could spread east. Not necessarily to Madison, but we do sit under a lot of cloud cover this morning. Mild, though, 46 in Madison, 46 in Cross Plains, 45 in Boscobel, 44 in Juneau. So temperatures pretty much all across southern Wisconsin, give or take Prairie du Chien, sitting in the upper 30s. We're well above freezing level, but we'll talk about coming up in just a bit the big cool down that's set to take place mid to late weekend, taking us into next weekend. We'll talk about this weekend compared to next weekend and just how much cooler it's going to get.
All right, it's going to be a busy weekend in Madison. So this is everything you need to know, Savannah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
2 hours top stories now. Police in Stoughton are investigating at least one threat against Stoughton High School. The threat came in on Wednesday night. Police Chief Daniel Jenks says the department and school district learned of the threat through the anonymous Speak Up, Speak Out tip line. The chief says he sent officers to the school yesterday and they continue to investigate the online threat. If you have any information about this, you're asked to call the Stoughton Police Dispatch line. That phone number is on your screen. That's 608-873-3374. Wisconsin is implementing a tax for electric vehicle charging and registration. The levy will go into effect at the start of the new year. An excise tax of 3 cents per kilowatt hour is due on the electricity delivered. This applies to chargers installed on or after March 22nd of this year. The owner of an EV charging station must also register with the Wisconsin Department of Revenue. The tax will help to fund road repairs and construction. The Dane County Sheriff's Office wants Wisconsinites to be ready for unexpected medical emergencies. They're doing so through a training called Stop the Bleed. The Sheriff's Office held their most recent session in the town of Burke. The training included lessons on packing a wound and properly using a tourniquet. One deputy emphasizes that these trainings are for those without past medical training.
We put on the Stop the Bleed trainings for our citizens because it's just important to it's important for our community members to understand and know how to respond to a gunshot wound or a major artery being severed. So before first responders get to the scene.
The next Stop the Bleed class is on December 11th. That will take place in the town of Springfield. Certificates are given to those who complete a class. Just be sure to pre-register online before attending. Happening today, Madison officials are marking World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims. They're seeking to highlight the city's Vision Zero initiative. It's their effort to eliminate occurrences of traffic injuries and deaths by 2035. City officials will be speaking about it today. That includes Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway. It begins at 10:30 this morning near the Olin Park Overlook. Now, time is 6:34. News 3 now is diving into barriers inmates are facing behind bars in Dane County. This morning, we're introducing you to a transgender man named Elijah Meissner. He's a former police officer who has run into trouble with the law. Elijah acknowledges he deserved to go to jail. This story by our reporter Meryl Hubbard looks at how inmates like Elijah are treated once they get there.
When it started in early July, there were totally things that I did wrong, that I could have done better, and I wish I could go back and change.
Elijah's a repeat offender in the Dane County court system. His charges from 2024 include stalking, domestic violence, use of a dangerous weapon, and more.
I accept those mistakes as mistakes. What I take issue with is really the second half of all of this.
The second half, as Eli calls it, is his time spent in the Dane County jail in solitary confinement.
It was made abundantly clear by the Dane County jail that they didn't know what to do with me.
Elijah was born a female and transitioned to a male over 4 years ago.
To be transgender and coming into a facility where you may be housed with people who are not accepting of that can be scary. It can be very scary, and we take all of those things into consideration.
PREA, the Prison Rape Elimination Act, does not allow trans individuals to have their own space within the jail. They may be placed into male or female housing depending on their safety.
You're not supposed to separate them from the general population in that way. And so their housing and our housing decisions will be similar to what we're doing right now. We'll be doing it on a case-by-case basis.
Housing is a holistic process and not solely based on gender. Dane County Jail Captain Tetzloff says whenever a new resident comes into the jail, they are evaluated based on their past jail records, physical, medical, and mental health.
I've definitely got a history of mental health issues and definitely addiction. And it was a lot to process.
They may be suicidal, just like other residents who come into the facility, and so that complicates our housing decisions because we need to keep them safe not only from other residents but from themselves sometimes.
The Wisconsin state law says for violating the rules of the jail, an inmate may be kept in solitary confinement under the care and advice of a physician, but not over 10 days.
So they may be held in isolation because their behavior in the facility isn't acceptable to be around other people.
The Dane County Sheriff's Office says Elijah was in solitary confinement for about 3 weeks in August.
To sit in SEG in solitary confinement for even 48 hours, it's hell. You know, you got to figure, especially with like significant mental health issues, like, this is the worst neighborhood in the world for me, like, and you're trapped in there with it.
Solitary confinement is a last resort, according to the jail staff.
Our hands are kind of tied as far as our options for being able to house them. We are not a mental health facility.
But it still is a cinder block cell, and we think that this type of housing is not helping anyone, especially going through a mental health crisis.
Sergeant R.J. Lurquin gave News 3 Now a tour of how the jail exists today, saying their mental health accommodations may change with the new jail that is being built.
So the new jail is going to provide almost more of like a hospital type setting. It's still going to be a jail, but it's not going to be a cinder block cell.
We're hopeful that the new jail, we have some mental health housing units and a medical floor to be able to have medical close to the people who most need that services.
Those kinds of services are what Elijah says he needed while in jail, especially since it was such a big shift compared to his past.
Worked in law enforcement. The boots on the ground are who I have respect for.
Elijah was an MPD officer for 8 years and resigned in 2021. He says he's trying to put the pieces together now that he's found himself on the other side of the law.
It was really like, and it still is, it was really like my entire world got shaken up and flipped upside down, and I'm still trying to figure out where everything is. I don't know.
Merrill Hubbard reporting. Since we interviewed Elijah, MPD has told us he's in custody now on new charges. They include battery and disorderly conduct while armed. The Sheriff's Department tells us the new jail won't be completed for at least another 3 years. Time now, 6:38. Coming up after the break, we look at digital dementia, what it is and why it's even more harmful for kids.
And we got a nice weekend ahead across southern Wisconsin, but we'll talk about the big cool down and what's to come mid to late week next week.
Plus, we're live at Olin Park this morning checking out the 36th annual Holiday Fantasy and Lights. How and when you can check it out for yourselves and where you can support their mission.
When you donate furniture, cabinets, and appliances to Habitat Restore, you make an impact on neighbors in your community. Profits generated from Restore sales help provide safe and secure housing for hardworking families across Dane County. Donate to make a difference today.
Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from the world's leading brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs, all discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. 0% financing. Swim spas up to $20,000 off. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas up to 40% off. Come save thousands this weekend at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas. SpaExpoWisconsin.com.
Get cozy in Door County with a stay at Open Hearth Lodge. Find relaxation in our King Whirlpool rooms or enjoy time with your family in one of our dog-friendly suites. At Open Hearth Lodge, stay active with our exercise facility and start your day with a continental breakfast. Enjoy our indoor pool and hot tub and share stories around one of our outdoor fire pits. Open Hearth Lodge, a Door County getaway with all the comforts of home.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need, because they're a part of them, because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz, find your spark.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew.
What happened?
Someone took the Bronco out for an extended test drive.
They used all the goat modes. Goes over any type of terrain.
They did it all, man.
Looks like they had a lot of fun.
Those boots are awfully muddy, Sam.
My boots? I did it. I'm gonna do it again.
Lease a new Bronco Sport Big Ben for only $399 a month, or a Bronco Big Ben for just $499 a month for 36 months.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads. Download the Channel 3000 News app. Powered by News 3 Now. Moving forward in your community. Lending helping hands. Spotlighting the people. Telling the stories. Warning you first. Your local news source. For nearly 70 years. News 3 Now. Moving forward.
Food insecurity continues to be a major hurdle for our communities. That's why UW Athletics and the Goodman Community Center need your help in providing thousands of holiday meals to Dane County.
Consider making a food or monetary gift today. Visit goodmancenter.org to learn more and donate.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Welcome back. The Wisconsin Policy Forum is highlighting the prevalence of recent local referendum votes. Their latest report shows a record number of successful votes. It also reveals a declining rate of approved referendums. 241 school districts across the state put referendums on the ballot this year. That narrowly beats out the previous 1998 record of 240 ballot questions up for a vote. Unofficial election results show voters approved 169 of the referendums, breaking the previous high of 140 set back in 2018. The approved referendum votes authorized nearly $4.5 billion in funding. 6:43, let's check in now with meteorologist Savannah Brito. Looks like you got some news for us here.
You know what? I really didn't like putting this graphic together. It's not actual winter, but meteorological winter that starts on December 1st. We're only 16 days away from that. Snow, the cold, all of that coming. And we actually could be talking about some snow next week. Meteorological winter, again, starts December 1st. And actually, next week is winter weather preparedness week. So we'll have a ton of graphics and stories on everything you need to know to stay safe during the winter season. Partly sunny and mild today, though, no signs of winter, 53. And this weekend, even warmer temperatures are in the forecast. We're going to be well above average. In fact, almost 10 degrees above average today and tomorrow. That will take us into Sunday, an even warmer day ahead. That's probably going to be the warmest day that we see in quite some time to follow that, because after that, there's going to be some changes, both in precipitation and also our temperature department. So this system going to come as rain, pretty heavy rain that'll be ahead of the low pressure system, but that is likely still going to stall overhead. So we could see by Wednesday and then into Thursday, maybe some mixed precipitation. During this point in time, no accumulations expected though, because temperatures are still expected to be warm. But I do think we're going to be on the colder sector of this. Tuesday it will start as rain because temperatures still then going to be warm. But after that, that's when we're going to see cooler temperatures. And we could even see that system linger into Friday. But this was the change that I also was talking about with temperatures. You can see the blue below average contour, give or take a few days. Really the last several months, we have been well above average. And now the blue returns. And that's not necessarily for most of southern Wisconsin. We have about an equal chance seeing about above or below slightly normal or above temperatures, and that's really going to be the case following Thanksgiving, around that Thanksgiving holiday, and then probably taking us through about early December. But that system delay week going to be a doozy.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one.
There's still some weather models now changing and showing just rain and then it moving out quickly. So there's still going to be more changes before we get there, but just want to make everyone ready because, you know, it's upon us.
Yes, but the weekend is looking good. We have Wisconsin Badgers basketball tonight against Arizona. Then the Badgers football team plays Oregon.
I know, tomorrow at 6:30.
Yeah, lots of things go on. But what's also going on in the 608, the Holiday Fantasy and Lights has returned for the holiday season.
Yeah, our Josh Spreiter, he's live at Olin Park with more on their, get it, 36th year of lighting up Madison. We saw the Capitol and so many cool light displays this morning.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. I don't know, Savannah, some fresh snow would look pretty good out here at Olin Park. I know a lot of folks are not ready for it, but with the Christmas lights, it doesn't get any better than this. And of course, it doesn't get any better than this. We're talking 36 years here for the Holiday Fantasy and Lights. I have got not one, but two Madison skylines behind me, of course, the quintessential part of this light display. Mike Killian of IBEW 159 joining us. Mike, good morning to you.
Morning, Josh.
Oh, this is always such an exciting time, and it really gets us into the holiday spirit around here.
Right, yeah, so this is, like you say, 36 years that we've been doing this, and it's tripled in size since 2009. Just keeps getting bigger, and the community seems to enjoy it, and they keep coming out.
Of course, these are two of the favorite displays behind us, but how many different lighting displays do you have here at Olin Park?
So right now, we're just over 60 displays, a few new ones this year. So you have to drive around and see. One of them is the Babcock display that we have with the Fantasy and Light ice cream that we have. That's available at the Babcock Dairy.
I love that. We have some more video we want to show folks because, you know, you have so many community partnerships that make this happen for you every single year. You wouldn't be able to do this without the community.
Right. So we have all the sponsors that sponsor some of the displays, and then our booth groups too, that when they come out, and they will get a portion of the donations that we get as we come through, and all the donations either go back into the event or we donate them to charity.
And I love that you guys have been really focusing on that over the years, is because your mission is to obviously make a bright spot here with the lights, but also pour that right back into the community that supports you with this.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, 36 years we've been doing this. So now we're into, you know, 3 and 4 generations that have been coming out doing this, and it's nice to hear when we're out in the community and they say, hey, aren't you the guys that do the lights down there? I said, yeah, that's us.
I think the story from where this started at Warner Park to just how big it is here at Olin is pretty fascinating too.
Right, yeah. Like I said, 36 years ago, we started there as a drive-through, and then it got to be so big it was backing traffic up. And then the city asked us to move it here so they could have a little bit more, we could have more room. And it's even expanded. It's even backing up traffic on John Nolan here at times.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. And of course, you got the views here too. I mean, you have the Capitol Monona Terrace right behind your lighting display. It doesn't get any better than this.
It doesn't. It does make it really nice. And yes, when you're talking about the snow, nobody wants to see it, but it does make it look a little better.
It does. It freshens it up a little bit. All right, so if people are interested in coming out, how and when can they do so?
Sure, lights are on 4:30, about 4:30 every day, and they'll be on till dawn, and there'll be people at the booths till about 10 o'clock.
Perfect. Awesome. And you can scan that QR code as you're entering so you can get the music playing in the car.
Correct. Yeah, you can, as you come in, you'll see a couple banners with QR code. Scan it, and you'll be able to listen to the music from there.
Getting right into that spirit. All right. Well, Mike, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Josh.
If you'd like to learn more about the 36th annual Holiday Fantasy and Lights, just go to the story up on channel3000.com. It's that time of the year, guys. We are ready for the holiday season.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm in the holiday spirit. Like, I'm full swing.
The red, you got the Christmas red on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Josh, what about you?
I've been in the holiday spirit since Halloween, so
Yeah, you put the Christmas tree up already.
Yes.
I did too, though.
Oh, it's up. All the lights are on.
Ooh, okay, I'm behind then. I am behind.
Yeah, put your Christmas tree up.
Gotta get that
She's
tree.
such a day brighter.
Yeah, you know, I'm right on board with you guys. Josh, thank you. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email us at inthe608@WISC-TV.com for a chance to be featured. Time now 6:49. It's not a clinical or medical term, but excessive screen time may be causing what's being called digital dementia, and it's widespread. The average American is using the internet for about 7 hours a day, according to experts. They say all of that incoming stimuli and constant distraction could be warping the brain. Experts say this can negatively affect someone's ability to focus or remember things. They say it also can cause anger and depression. One psychologist says it's even more harmful for kids.
They're online more than 10 hours a day, and a lot of it is just short videos. This is going to change the way the frontal cortex is developing. That's the seat of executive function, control. So I think the term digital dementia makes us think of old people. I think just digital fragmentation as your child's brain is growing. You don't want that to be happening.
To counter those effects in kids, experts suggest no smartphones before age 14, no social media until 16, phone-free schools, and more free play and independence. Coming up in the morning sprint, a shocking new report about consumer protection from harmful substances. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back with more News 3 Now this morning.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin. Ready to embark on an exclusive journey into the lives of UW's top athletes? News 3 Now Sports Director Zach Hanley takes you inside Wisconsin Huddle, a one-of-a-kind 30-minute weekly special. It's more than just highlights. It's more than X's and O's. It's an inside look into the world of Big Ten college athletes, from their journey to Madison to insights on how they prepare for competition. Watch Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30 on WISC-TV. Brought to you by TDS Telecom.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. And during our Black Friday sale, save up to $1,000 on mattress and base bundles and get an instant gift. Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
I just this morning made a new hole in my belt, so that was super exciting.
Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobello, the advanced solution for permanent fat removal?
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's best offer of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
Check it out, Snatch Waist. Loving, loving, loving the results. It will change your life. It did for me.
Call 1-888-510-6198 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Germs, dust, bacteria, unseen to the naked eye. They build up in your ductwork and contaminate the air you breathe. Gross! Breathe easier this winter. For a limited time, save $75 off on duct cleaning services and save $50 on whole home enhancing ionizer to really enhance your home's air quality. You and your family will breathe easier all winter long. But don't wait. These offers end soon. Schedule your service with Cardinal today.
Dear road rivals, no truck on the road drives value like the Tundra. Day after day, mile after mile, it all adds up to big savings under the hood. What's under yours? Toyota Tundra.
Right now, you can get 1.99% APR for 72 months on a new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Gruber offices. One call, that's all.
6:54, time for the morning sprint. New details about a sexual harassment complaint against a Madison alder. District 2 alder Juliana Bennett is identifying herself as the victim. She alleges District 18 alder Charles Miazzi allegedly made inappropriate comments about her body and clothes. An independent firm released a 26-page report. It did not find sufficient evidence Miazzi violated the city's harassment policies. Police in Stoughton are investigating at least one threat against Stoughton High School. The threat came in Wednesday night at around 10. Police Chief Daniel Jenks says the department and school district learned of the threat through the anonymous Speak Up, Speak Out tip line. If you have any information about this, you're asked to call the Stoughton Police Dispatch line. Wisconsin is implementing a tax for electric vehicle charging and registration. The levy will go into effect at the start of the new year. An excise tax of 3 cents per kilowatt hour is due on the electricity delivered. The owner of an EV charging station must also register with the Wisconsin Department of Revenue. The tax will help to fund road repairs and construction. Some of the world's largest retailers are failing to protect consumers from hazardous chemicals and plastics. That's what a report from a consumer product safety organization called Toxic Free Future found. It gave 17 companies an F grade. Among them are McDonald's, Publix, and Macy's. Only 5 of the top 50 retailers earned an A or A-. Those include Apple, Sephora, Target, and Walmart. Starting today overnight, street parking rules take effect in Madison. Entering an even-numbered day, you'll have to park on the side with even-numbered buildings. It's vice versa for odd-numbered days. So because tomorrow's the 16th, you should park tonight on the even-numbered side. You could be fined if you don't park accordingly. This rule allows crews to plow snow when needed.
Ooh, I know we live in southern Wisconsin, but seeing that picture gives me the chills this morning. But no snow in the forecast, at least the next couple of days. Still going to be warm, well above average. In fact, Sunday likely 10 to 15 degrees above average. But then we see temperatures fall, will only be in the mid to upper 30s at best by next Friday into next weekend. So, you know, if you're picking which weekend to make plans, this weekend.
Yes, it's going to be a little bit cooler next week, but we can handle it. There's nothing that we can't handle.
Exactly.
All right, Savannah, thank you. More news and weather in the next 30 minutes.